Welcome to another wandering with me. Today I'm taking you to the beautiful town of Whitstable in North Kent. Whitstable is one of the nearest seaside towns to London. So every time that the weather is nice, like today, a whole lot of Londoners come here to escape, as well as to many other seaside towns. The high street is quite noisy, so I might not do any commentary as I walk up. Alright, I have showed you some snippets of the high street and we made it to the harbor. So let's have a little look here. But before I go any further, just wanted to show you this, as Whitstable is famous for its oysters. Thank you. Alright, so I sneaked in and I showed you how a portion of oysters looks like. It is not something I enjoy, so it's the last thing I would try. But as I was saying, Whitstable is famous for the oysters and seafood in general. Sadly, if I remember correctly, from about the mid-20th century, the native oysters were completely eradicated due to overfishing, pollution and other things. So there are still loads of oysters now, but it's the Atlantic oyster. Let me just see. That's interesting. I've never seen that instrument before. There's all sorts of fishing boats and other things. Not even sure where to look. It's a bit noisy around me. So I do want to share a few bits about the history of Whitstable with you. I might do that later. I'm not quite sure what this is here. It looks like... oh, I'm not sure. Okay, a little market with all sorts, mostly handiworks. Okay, let's just going out, and I'm gonna look to see if I can join something similar. A trip around the bay would be awesome. These are really cute nodding head tortoises made from coconuts. You can see a lot of small sailboats further out. And guess what? I bought a ticket for a half an hour boat ride around the bay. So yippee! I just need to wait about 15 minutes, but I'll find things to do until then. And you must have the typical ice cream truck I decided to come down by the beach. There's a lot of folk out here. This side is a pebbly beach. As far as I know, there should be sandy parts as well. And the tide is still quite high. It's gonna go out, I think, in about an hour or so. Don't remember exactly. Alright, let me tell you a little bit about Whitstable whilst we stare at the sea. It's a town that's been around for a long time. Bronze Age, Iron Age, then Roman times, and it just kept growing. Mostly fishing industries, but they also had alum and copper things and all these things that contributed to various industries starting from the time of Queen Elizabeth I onwards. It's a beautiful town, and as most of you who have been following my videos would know, I usually go to places that either have a castle and they must have beautiful nature. So this town has both. I'll take you later to Whitstable Castle as well after the boat tour. There's more. There's a restaurant on the other side of the pier, and you can see windmills in the distance. If I remember correctly, they provide electricity for the whole area throughout the year. Beautiful. Righty, here's some that will be leaving soon. They're really cool to watch. There's just good enough wind, in my opinion, for them to be able to sail. And look at the gazillions and gazillions of broken shells. And the whole one. And he's off. And off he goes as well. They're so cool. And the youngling as well. I need to make my way back to the other side of the harbor because it's coming to the time of the tour.
In her time, so that's something to be very proud of. And she also, during the Queen's Jubilee pageant in 2012, did anybody watch it with all the boats going down the Thames? Yeah, I was there. I don't know if anybody else was there. But she was involved with that going down the Thames. So, yeah, it's quite special.
Here we go! Okay,
There's the native
but it's nice.
which Chris, are they all just practicing or oh, they're racing?
Alright.
Well, around by our shopping there is a famous place called the we have the windmill at the top of the town. We used to have two apparently, one further down. That's right, isn't it, Chris? Yeah. But then now there's just one. I think it's gone.
We are turning. Whoa. I love it. Heading back. This was really nice. I always enjoy getting onto the water when I have the opportunity. Lovely. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Coast Guard boat. Really cool. And the pier where I walked around and I was showing you this side where we are now. Okay, this was the boat. It's called the Chieftain. I really enjoyed it. Now let's see what else can I show you today. La la la! I'm happy. Can't help myself not to include some pretty flowers on the way to the castle. Pretty, pretty things. Some beautiful houses. It's about a 10-minute walk from the harbor towards the castle and the gardens. That's really pretty. And here we are, almost there. Just need to cross the road. There. Let's go in. There. We have a proper overview of it. I will return here sometime in the upcoming weeks. I don't know exactly when, because I am planning a series on the castles of Kent, and there's many castles in Kent. Don't know if I will get to do them all, but I'll try. I like this. And it is a big project that's gonna probably take me a few years. I have been to Whitstable once before, about 10, 11 years ago. Don't remember exactly. And I knew that I want to come back, but I never had the opportunity since. So I must include you. Beautiful. And ta-da! I hope they don't have a private event right now happening, because you can hire it for weddings and other functions. Everybody's down at the beach, so there's not so many people here. Well, here we go. Oh dear. Please don't hate each other. Love each other. Lovely. Okay, you can have tea and scones. Typically British affair. And I might just do that. Why not? I haven't had anything since breakfast, and it's about 4 p.m. now. Giant roses. They're like 2 of my palms put together. And I can hear lots of happy birds in the trees. Just want to have a little walk around the gardens before I sit down. Oh, lovely. Now I will tell you more about the castle in another video, but it started off with just the octagonal bit being built, and as the years, decades and centuries passed, more and more was added to it. It's still a fairly small one in comparison to other castles of England, but it's a very pretty one. Let's see if I can go all the way around it. Wow, these ginormous plants whose name I forgot. They are really tall. And your flowers full of bees and other little creatures, which is lovely. I love seeing that. And I found a gorgeous poppy. Loads of buds. You're gonna look fabulous in a few days. There's a car park. I think there is a wedding going on. Or some sort of function for sure. You can see people all dressed up. Oh, I just love the old looking lamps. Some beautiful roses. And lots of other beauties. And of course you can't have a garden without a water fountain. And these dark beauties smell amazing. It's one of those times again when I wish there was smell-o-vision, so you could smell them as well. Okay, we are at the back of the castle. Found another gorgeous beauty. Look at that. Again, it's huge. And different colors. Oh, and happy birthday! The rose garden is just gorgeous. Finally, there's no one at the fountain. It's a pretty spot and people just keep coming and taking photos, which is understandable. But I like things sometimes without humans in it, which is impossible to do. And yellow ones. And the gorgeous orange that's on fire. And a creamish, pinkish white. There is a wedding reception, so I can't visit the castle, and I think it's a bit late anyway. But as I said, I'll be back another time. There. What a beautiful view. And you're gorgeous as well. I call it always an alien plant because I always forget its name, and every time I look at it I feel like I'm on another planet. It's so intricate and different than other plants. Okay, and this side. And we have the most amazing blue sky today. There's a playground for the kids there. It has been restored and handed over to the trust, I think, in 2010. So that's why it looks all so nice. More beauties. And one that sneaked in. Alright. People are chilling. And one final view from the front. I'm just following down. I spotted some activity on the green. Oh, you're a beautiful statue. I think there's people playing an interesting game. Well, interesting for some. Balls. Look at that. All dressed up.
Still there if you're happy.
And I didn't know it goes in both directions. Maybe it's two different games. I have no idea. about this game. I found a spot to sneak a few glances. And let's walk back to the town. I am not gonna stay here for tea and scones as originally planned, as it is not open to the public now. So instead of it, I'm gonna try and find a place to have the traditional English fish and chips. Oh, lovely. I love trees and woodland areas. And the contrast of shadow and light. Just pretty, absolutely pretty. Full bloom, gorgeousness. And that's the way out. Okay, this is where I will be having the fish and chips. We have eaten here before when I was here over a decade ago, and the food was really good. So I hope it is just as good now. I ordered the fish cake because I wanted to see how they make it, and ta-da! Hello. Wow. Okay, that's the place where I had my dinner. It didn't look full on the inside because a lot of people just left when I arrived, but they actually have continuous queues for takeaways, and the fish was amazing. I was not keen on the fish cake, I make them better, but the fish was absolutely amazing. And the chips are also not from frozen, they are freshly peeled and cut up and fried to order, so you don't get that in many chip shops. I highly recommend visiting it when you come to Whitstable. I want to go back to the beach, and look what I spotted. Somebody decorated with shells this wall. Looks pretty, and I like those houses there. Your typical... Oh dear, the light is not letting us see it properly. Come on, there we go. I found another thing. It's the nut house. I'm just wandering around. I don't really know where I am. I am letting myself be drawn by the sea, which is just there somewhere. I need to jump over a few fences and houses. People give nice names to their cottages and houses. Gold Cottage. And here we have the Starfish House. Beautiful. And haha! I had a good hunch. I'm pretty sure I'm in the right direction. Yes, I am. I'm back at the beach. Sky still looks amazing. And I think I'm gonna end this video here. Oh, there we go. That's the old Neptune. That's a famous one. It's full of people. But I might check it out. I just want to sit down, enjoy the view, read a book, maybe chat to some folk. I hope you enjoy this wandering in Whitstable, and I'm wishing you all a lovely day. Until next time.